The following was recorded in front of a live studio audience at the Studio 21 Podcast Café.
Welcome to this episode of Pit Life BBQ. Gather round the pit with your hosts, Johnny Maggs and Greg the Barbecue Broker DiGiorgio. Let's talk barbecue.
What's up, everybody? Coming to you live from the Studio 21 Podcast Café in Salem, New Hampshire. It's the Pit Life BBQ podcast where we talk everything barbecue and a lot of other topics that you normally talk around a pit. As always, I'm joined by the Barbecue Broker.
What's up? What's up? What's up?
What's up, brother?
Not much. How you doing?
Chilling, brother. I'm excited about today. I'm excited.
Such a good show.
Fantastic. I've been waiting for this to get this date from the first evening I spent with this gentleman. Mm-hmm. Man, did we have a time. A bunch of us in a chat. We thought we sidetracked our other buddy's Facebook page. You heard of Facebook jail?
Yeah.
We thought we were live on his Facebook feed during this because someone commented from his earlier live he did. Mm-hmm. We thought they were going to put him under Facebook jail.
Oh, I didn't know you could go under Facebook jail.
Oh, we were coming damn close. So, what's going on? How you doing?
Good, man. Real good. Just the week flew by like
it
fast.
Went quick.
And I'm having trouble getting meats.
I saw your post today.
I'm having trouble getting meats. It's rough out there. Struck out Costco, where all the meats are usually in the cases. Produce in cases of water. Where the briskets usually are. There was just ground beef. That's it. No chicken, no pork.
I'm going to have to teach you how to hunt.
I got a few more sources. Actually, I went to Wegmans today and struck gold. They had a bunch of stuff there. Yeah.
Good.
They did. But I struck out Market Basket and all the other major chains. Nothing. Death is coming.
Yeah, we'll be fine. Just got to know how to get it. That's all.
Phil!
There's surprises everywhere. Yes. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to get right down to business here.
Look at this guy. I don't want to keep this guy waiting.
Oh, I don't even know if I can do this justice. Ladies and gentlemen, today we are very excited to welcome my good dear friend and now yours. You're in the family.
Whether he likes it or not.
Ladies and gentlemen, Philip Riddick, a.k.a. Daddy Cooks, also of the RBOP podcast. Phil, my brother from another mother. Are you there, pal?
By the way, we're on right now.
Let me say this. I'm amazing.
Oh! There we go.
And should we tell everyone that what was also happening at the same time that this is happening?
I think
I'll do it if you don't mind.
Have at it.
All right, guys. This is a live podcast. All right. But this is a simul podcast because I'm also recording this. Mm-hmm. So once this is done and all of the audio files are squared away, this is going up on the RBOP podcast as well. It will be on YouTube. It will be on you name it, Spotify. It's going to be on Apple iTunes. It's going to be on anywhere you can find a podcast.
Beautiful. So we're doing so we're dual podcasting today.
That's it. I don't know if
first
it's
time ever done. I don't know. But it's happening now.
We could be groundbreaking here.
This is awesome.
We're double fisted.
Nothing wrong with that. Cheers, my brother.
Cheers.
There you go, guys. What you drinking, guys?
I'm just going straight coffee. I literally just got out of work.
Quality H2O.
Oh, nothing wrong with that.
I'm the baby of the bunch. This is just Patron Silver Tequila. Thank you very much.
There you go. Well, first off, Phil, let me first start by, sir, thank you for your service to this great country.
Oh,
and continue.
You're welcome, man. My service is my pleasure. Yep. I've been serving my entire adult life.
Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
So let's fill in everybody of who is Philip Riddick? Who is Daddy Cooks?
Philip Riddick, before Daddy Cooks, before the RBOP podcast, Philip Riddick is a 23-year retired Airborne Ranger Infantry veteran, 4-time combat veteran, All right. Operation Just Cause, Operation Desert Shield, Desert Storm, Operation Enduring Freedom, Operation Iraqi Freedom. 4 different wars. Not deployments to the same one for some of these babies in the military now. 4 different wars. All right. From there, being glad that I never lost a man weapon or a piece of equipment. Thank you very much. Hands together for not getting anybody killed. All right. From there, I retired. Once I retired, I'm continuing on. I call it parts unknown because of OPSEC, operational security. You don't talk about where you are at a given time. Mm-hmm. But after I retired, I was in Kuwait for a couple of years working, training people to continue on the war into Iraq and Afghanistan. From there, I moved to the Kyrgyz Republic, right next to China, below freaking Kazakhstan. Great country. And then now I'm in another place where I'm still protecting people. I'll say that. And somewhere in the middle of all that, I figured out I knew how to cook.
And where to find the meats or food in general.
Speaking of meats, and I know you said you had trouble finding some.
Uh-huh.
I did these killer freaking. So my wife and I, on Mother's Day, we went, because she said, baby, I said, huh? She says, I want steaks. I was like, shit, there's a meat shortage. And being the typical male, I failed to pre-plan this shit. So anyway, I decided I was going to go and look around. So I went to the first store, nothing. Just like you said, hamburger and like freaking skirt steaks and stuff like that. Went to store number 2, nothing. To include toilet paper or bleach, I was looking. And then I went to the normal store that I normally go to, but I was going to go to them last. But I was going to go to them first. I said, I got better chances going. This don't sound so terrible. Going to the better neighborhoods. And then it dawned on me, if you're in a better neighborhood, people make more money. They're going to buy the good meat. I said, I got to swing by the lesser enfranchised. That sounds so terrible. Anyway, I went to the poor, to my regular store. Dude, they had ribeyes everywhere. All right. They had 1/2-inch ribeyes. They had 1-inch ribeyes, for the amateurs. But I want to cook some food. So while there's this little old blue-haired lady trying to out-hustle me to the steaks, and you don't kidney punch an old lady, so I let her go. And then another dude showed up. I'm like, listen, you're young, man. Chip a tooth on this guy. But anyway, he's like, man, they got good meat here. And then the butcher came from the back. The place is called Carly C's. Any of you guys in the Fort Bragg, Fayetteville, North Carolina area, it's Carly C's. Anyway, this guy comes out and says, can I help you? I said, hey, are you guys cutting meat? He said, yeah, we're cutting meat. Really? I said, can I order some steaks? He's like, yeah. I said, man, I want 6 2-inch bone-in ribeyes, Angus. He said, man, give me 10 minutes.
Gotta go for the bone-in when you can get it.
Oh absolutely.
Oh, my goodness, man. And I did some on my Instagram and on my Facebook. I don't know if you saw it, Johnny Max. Them things turned out fantastic.
Oh, yeah, you did a couple different pots.
Exactly.
Of it. Yeah, man. They looked beautiful.
Oh, man. They tasted sinfully good.
I love it.
Yes, indeed. But anyway, back to the story. After all this military nonsense, blah, 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 I figured out that I can cook. Now, I'll beat you to the question. Phil, when did you first start cooking? I'm glad you asked.
I was just going to say that. He's called me new here, but I was just going to say that.
He's good.
This is how I started cooking, guys. Being in the military here, Fort Bragg, North Carolina, 82nd Airborne Division. Yes, I jumped out of airplanes for 17 years.
Sweet.
Anyway, my mother-in-law, who's in Hattiesburg, Mississippi, I don't claim it, but she did live there. Okay, I'm from Chicago. Anyway, she took ill, and my wife and my only daughter at the time went down there to take care of her. So now I'm here at Fort Bragg by myself, and dude, you can only eat so much ramen. There's only so much peanut butter, jelly. Hot dogs get old, baby. They do.
Yes, they do.
Unless
Anyway.
they fill it with cheese.
What turned into my friend was PBS. And you're going to remember some of these names. The Frugal Gourmet, Justin Wilson, Julia Child, Emeril Lagasse when he had hair.
Oh,
you know what I'm saying?
Who was the first one I ever watched? Yan Can Cook.
Yan Can Cook, baby. I love it.
When I was a little kid, I would watch him religiously.
I know. If Yan can cook, you can too.
Yeah.
I hope that wasn't racist. Anyway.
Is it Gus Saunders? Is that the guy on the radio?
I don't know.
Gus Saunders, maybe? Is that a...
I don't know.
It was on the Julia Childs era, but anyway.
I started, and a couple more come to mind while I'm talking. Jacques Pepin, remember him?
Mm-hmm.
Pepin? Yeah. Anyway, I started watching these shows, and it made sense. You can fix this with that, white wine with white meat, red wine with red meat, that type of thing. Some things basil goes with, something thyme goes with fish and poultry, and basil goes with red meat, stuff like that. And it made sense to me. So I started trying it, and stuff was tasting good. Shit was making sense. And then I started expanding from there. And that's when the cooking started. Now, I'll wait for the next question.
Where does barbecue fall in your repertoire of cooking? You cook so many different things. I saw that you cooked oxtail recently, which I saw. Mm-hmm. It was one of the only things they had at Restaurant Depot. And I just picked it up. I was like, yeah, I don't know how to cook this right now. And I don't feel like watching YouTube channels. But then I saw his. And I guess I did search for it. And that's how I did actually find that. Unrelated to my research, I actually, yours came up in my search about the oxtails. So, but as far as barbecue goes, where does it fall in your enjoyment of, I say, cooking and eating the kind of together, combined?
Barbecue comes in if let me see, if low is 0 and the best is 100, barbecue cruises in right at freaking 90, 95.
Okay, all right.
As far as cooking, because it's fun and it takes more skill than some people know. We'll get into that shortly. I started barbecuing. Let me back up. I started thinking I knew how to barbecue after watching my father. All right. And he's still alive. And if he hears this, he's going to be mad as hell because Pops don't know what he's doing. Okay. There's a difference between barbecuing, grilling, and then just throwing some shit over the fire and hope it turns out okay. Mm-hmm. You with me?
100%.
But my barbecuing came in, when did I start really, really barbecuing? I got this old rack. Well, it's not old. If you look at some of my older videos, it's just, I think it was like a $200 grill, square grill, had the crank down rack. It was.
Is that the one that you just recently cooked? Oh, that you cooked you did a brisket on it. Did you do a brisket on that one with the charcoal to the side? It was just this older kind of square charcoal.
I did a lot of cooks on that one.
Yeah.
And I watched a lot of YouTube videos, and that's when I was like, oh, snap. You don't put charcoal on the whole thing. You have to offset. And that's when I started experimenting with it. I wasn't filming as much, but I was experimenting, and experimenting with it. And that's where I came up, and I understood that you put your charcoal on half of your grill or a portion of your grill, and then that's how you achieve your low, medium, and high. You want high heat, you go right over the fire. You want medium heat, you pull it away a little bit. You want low heat, you take it away from the fire. You're offset. And once I learned that, my barbecue journey started. Then I just started playing with meats and flavors. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm. 100%.
Once you figure out how to not burn your shit up, then you can start playing with the stuff you're trying to cook.
That's 100% correct.
Absolutely. But yeah, like you were saying, like you did a video a couple weeks back of a tuna salad.
Oh,
that was fantastic.
Thank you, sir. That was a live cook too.
And you've done that, and a couple before that you showed everybody how to make ghee.
Yeah.
If anybody doesn't know, Phil, what is ghee?
Ghee is all right. I'm gonna tell you what it is, and I'm gonna tell you what I made. Ghee is actually butter oil that has been rendered down from a cultured milk, which none of us freaking get. All right. Cultured milk. You milk your cow, you milk your goat, you milk your mule, whatever you're milking, long as it's a female.
I know.
All right.
The mule pot. I milk my mules.
Whatever you're milking, that right there is freaking cultured. It's got everything in there. It's got bacteria. It's got enzymes. It's got all kinds of stuff. It's got animal stuff in it. Okay. From there, go from milk. You make your butter. Now you have butter with animal stuff in it. All right. That's your cultured butter. That you put over heat and you boil it down to get out of any of the milk solids, and you get out any of the liquid, and you just get down to the oil. That is traditional Middle Eastern ghee. All right. Get it in Egypt, get it in Saudi Arabia, whatever. Now, what I did was I took butter that we buy locally, unsalted. I found out you can do salted, but I've never done that, so I can't, that's just from what I heard. Unsalted butter. It's not ghee because ours has been pasteurized and it's been processed from processed milk, blah, blah, blah. So it doesn't have all the animal stuff in it because USDA doesn't allow you to do that. So you do the same thing. You boil it down until you separate the milk solids, the whey proteins, and get rid of all of the water, and you just have a butter oil. And it tastes fantastic. Stuff that you dip your crab legs into, it tastes great. It also has a higher smoke. I was just going to
ask, what do you cook? How do you use it? And crab legs is right up there with my favorite thing to dip in butter.
So now you can use it as a condiment. I just want to say that word. All right. You can use it as a condiment. You can put it on a salad. It's great. Use it for crab legs. It's great. Or you can cook with it, and it will enhance your cooking. Do a grilled cheese sandwich with ghee. Okay. You get the buttery taste in your bread, and then the cheese. Man, come on, man. You got me doing it, Johnny Max. Come on, man.
Oh, ba-bam.
You can fry with it. Ba-bam. You don't have to refrigerate it. It'll last for freaking weeks. If you refrigerate it, it'll last for months.
That's nice.
Yes.
I know that a lot of then the keto coffee that they make when you're on the keto diet, ghee is either that or some Kerrygold butter or something, but the real hardcore keto people, which I'm obviously not. Okay.
See now,
I'm just
Kerrygold. Sorry for cutting you off, but Kerrygold is a cultured butter.
Okay.
Now, if you use Kerrygold, then you are making traditional ghee.
Nice.
Yeah.
See? Didn't know any of that.
You learn everything, baby. I'm telling you.
Every week.
It's like every time I talk to Phil, I'm just a sponge. Mm-hmm. He taught me the definition. You ready, Phil?
All right.
I'll say it, baby. Fuckery.
Ooh. Coming at me strong, bro.
Oh.
Sorry, listeners. I mean to deafen you.
We've had some fun.
You got fuckery and you got bullshittery, which I condone neither of, but I do partake in often.
Oh, it's beautiful, beautiful. So, Phil, what got you into the YouTube realm?
See, here you go.
Look at the setup he has right now.
Oh, yeah.
First of all, everyone
that's going to be the third part here. This is like a 3-part special.
All right, how I got into YouTube was curiosity. All right, I got into YouTube before I got into cooking. Okay. Curiosity. I'm watching you now. Keep in mind, I'm in the Middle East now. At this time, I was in Kuwait, and then from there, I went to the Kyrgyz Republic. Place called the Kyrgyz Republic, Kyrgyzstan. The actual city was Bishkek, Kyrgyzstan. So I'm watching YouTube videos. I like to learn, and YouTube's a new library. All right, it's a new encyclopedia. All right. Remember back in the day, everybody had those stacks and stacks of Encyclopedia Britannicas. And you need to learn, and then you get that yearly book. YouTube's that now. Anything you want to learn, you can get off of YouTube. But anyway, I'm watching YouTube videos, and it just dawned on me, I'm like, how did you do that shit? How do you do a YouTube video? You got to pay for it, blah, blah, blah. So let me back up. Before I left, before I went to the Kyrgyzstan, I was in Kuwait. I come home on rotation, and my very first video is my girl. Look, my girls are like 20s and 30s now, but my very first video is them playing on the Wii. Remember that Wii game?
Yeah. I just plugged it in for my daughter before I drove up here. She's got
they're playing a Wii. I got family there, nieces and nephews from New York. I got, brothers-in-law, and just straight fuckery, man. They're playing on the game, and I'm filming it, and, we're yelling shit. My wife's hiding from the camera, and we filmed it, and I figured out how to upload it, and I was like, wow, I'm a YouTube. One fucking video. I'm a YouTuber. Anyway.
It's happening. It's weird to see yourself for the first time up there. Video's not easy to do.
No.
But this one was just random, shooting random shit, right? But shortly thereafter, my wife took ill, and she had to have surgery. So, the surgery happened, and I started documenting that. I started calling it the Chronicles of Riddick. because that's my name. Shit, they can't sue me. Anyway, I started doing Chronicles, and I got a sense of humor. You know, the name of the hospital was Cape Fear, but so was there a scary movie back at the time, right? I was like, my wife's in Cape Fear. Maybe we should get the fuck out of here. You know, shit like that. So I'm picking on my wife. She's trying to recover, but I'm filming this. So it was more like a documentation type of thing until I got to Kuwait. And a bunch of guys that thought they could cook started not challenging. We weren't challenging each other, but we were one-upping each other.
Right.
Well, you know, even if you look at my older stuff, it was me and my boss. I'm not going to call his name. You guys can look at those. And we were just doing taste tests before I even started cooking. We're in Kuwait. And you had to drive an hour and a half from our camp in the desert, which was like 15 kilometers from the Iraqi border, but we're still in Kuwait. And he said, hey, man, I'm going down to town to pick up something. Do you want anything? I said, yeah, man, bring me back a surprise. Surprise me with something. And he'd come back with some shit I couldn't recognize nor pronounce. You know, he'd bring back crazy stuff, dragon fruit, freaking this and that. And we'd film it. And then next time I go down and I pick up something and we taste it and film it. It was like kind of like a taste test thing. And then one day he brings back, he called them lamb eggs. They were lamb nuts, man. They were fried lamb nuts.
I heard that's a delicacy.
They were delicious. Anyway, It was things like that. He once he brought me this thing, dude. I call it the Kraken. He brought this cuttlefish. The thing was huge. It was, and you know, started figuring out if we could cook it and blah 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 blah. So that's how the YouTube started, the cooking started, and then as I was just making videos, and I cussed a lot back then. It was terrible. Those videos suck so bad, but great content. But people started responding.
That's real.
Hey man, it's great
real.
Video.
It's real.
Like what you did.
Yeah.
That was interesting. Thanks for sharing. So now I got 10 subscribers. Then I got 20 subscribers. Then I got 40 subscribers. And bam, bam, bam. And people like the cooking videos. I started doing more and more cooking videos. And then I'll stop right there and wait for the next question.
Well, was your YouTube channel called Daddy Cooks at the time, or was it something different?
Oh no! At first it was what? At first it didn't have a freaking name. It was just me doing random shit. I think it was called Chronicles of Riddick or something. And then I changed it to I think it was like Feels, Thrills, Chills, and Meals, because you know I'm traveling all over the world and I was documenting. You know, I was showing the travel part. I'm in this country now. I'm in that country now. We're cooking stuff, or we're eating in restaurants and bazaars and shit. Look, meat bazaars where there's an old guy with a big hunk of meat on a tree stump hacking on it with a freaking a hatchet, you know, that type of shit. And channel started getting bigger, and I was home one day and someone said, man, your channel doesn't match your personality, because every time I was home I cooked something that my girls would try. Mm-hmm. You know, it's all loving and you're all around your girls and blah blah blah, which turned out to be the theme. And I just threw out a couple names, and Daddy Cooks stuck. It's been Daddy Cooks for about 6 years now.
Nice. Yeah. So, with one of your videos in particular, you have everybody knows of the UDSs, the ugly drum smokers, but you wound up inventing a whole new term with the UDSs. And it is called the NUDS.
These nuds.
These nuds. For sure.
What are these nuts?
These nuts. Well, how that came about is back to that square grill that we alluded to earlier.
Yep.
I really wanted to say alluded. Anyway, we talked about earlier. I decided I was going to do two pork butts. I don't know if it was one or two. I was going to do a pork butt. And did my research, blah, blah, blah. Now, keep in mind, that was one of those, it's a barbecue grill. It's not airtight. It's a barbecue grill. So I decided to do these pork butts. And I stayed up all night, man. I'm feeding fuel. And it was just, they turned out amazing. But I was dead dog tired, man. I'm talking about dog nuts dragon tired. Because I stayed up all night just adding fuel. Did the video, and a guy named, and I don't even know what his real name is. He was a YouTuber. A subscriber. I'll never forget his handle. Jeff S. I don't even know what that stands for. And he said, man, those turned out great, but you worked too hard. You should have used a UDS. I was like, hey, man, thanks for your input. Thanks for watching. Boom. And I was like, the fuck's a UDS? What's a UDS, man? So I started doing some research, trying to. And there were a lot of videos of, hey, man, this is what my UDS looks like. Well, that ain't fucking helping. Hey, man, if you want to make a UDS like mine, send me $10. I'll send you a blueprint. No, you can eat a dick, man. I ain't going to pay you to build my own shit. That ain't right. So I'm looking all over the place, and I couldn't find anything on how to build it. I found a lot of stuff on what was built, and I found a lot of links to where I could pay somebody to tell me how they built theirs. And I'm like, no, man, I'm not doing that. So I looked around. My plus and minus is good. I can figure out how shit works. Okay. So I looked around a lot and I decided I'm going to build one of these things and I'm going to film it. And I did. And the reason I did that is because if I couldn't find any information on how to build one, nobody could find information on how to build one. So I decided to give people information on how to build one. So I filmed there's a 30-minute video, kind of painful, but I built the thing. I had to do some, like my father said, some African-American engineering because I had to figure some shit out, baby. But after I got it put together, the outlet, the chimneys, the 4-chimney configuration, I think I did come up with that. I've never seen anyone do it until after I did it. Then it started popping up on Facebook and people saying thanks, blah, 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 for the flat kind of lid without a bunghole. I really wanted to say bunghole. Anyway. So I came up with that, I believe. And once I put that video up, my channel started. That was my magic video. Remember that. If you're a YouTuber, keep chugging along. Keep making your video. Sooner or later, you're going to make a magic video. And it's not going to be the one you think it is. You could straight Martin Scorsese some shit and that video a bomb. But if you pull some shit out of your ass and you got some good information or you're charismatic or whatever, that's the one that's going to blow up. You can be like, what? That video sucked, but everyone's going to love it.
That's some really good advice right there.
Yeah. Just keep chugging along, guys. If you're a YouTuber or a podcaster, if you're doing any fucking thing, just do the best you can and keep doing it until someone recognizes your shit. There it is.
Yeah. Boom. So you finished the ugly drum smoker, but then you realized the big part of it. It wasn't that ugly.
Oh, no. There you go.
So, hence the name.
Not ugly drum smoker. NUDS.
NUDS. These NUDS.
These NUDS. I painted that thing. For those of you that can't see, well, none of you can see. I painted this thing. Being a former United States Army Airborne Ranger, color scheme was black and gold. I put a Ranger tab on that bad boy. I painted up all sexy. And I just couldn't call it the ugly drum smoker. That sexy motherfucker. That's the term NUDS.
Absolutely. Oh yeah, it was fantastic. And like I said, I fell in love with this man the first night I met him. And then, found how interesting he is. He's every little thing. And then it comes down to you also have a podcast. I'm trying to fill in, 10 pounds of stuff in a 2-pound bag, time-wise here.
Yeah. Which we're going to be on right now.
Yes.
This show.
the podcast.
It's not live right now, but it will be after some minor editing and whatnot.
That's it.
That's right.
And, obviously, starting this, I started learning more and more about podcasting and, met a lot of people. Steve Ray of the Owl's Nest Barbecue Show is one of the first.
Good
Kent and Dutch on their, not necessarily podcast, but their show on YouTube. Jeff and Len from the Baseball and Barbecue podcast, which I was on a couple weeks ago. It dropped on. Go back and check that out.
Yep.
You will not be disappointed. How did you and why did you start your own podcast? Because anybody who's watching the feed right now can see you have one hell of a setup going on in your office there.
Let's see if I can do this.
Yeah, I mean, that is impressive. Look, is that a lit up keyboard? What the?
Oh, yes, sir. Excuse the day. That's 2018, man.
That's some gangster shit right there. I'm sorry, but that's some gangster shit. Look, you actually put a video out because you had some requests, I believe, from some of your subscribers on how you get. If anyone's watched Phil's videos, he all of a sudden just turn and start talking to another camera. You're like, what? How? And then turns to another, and there's like 3 different angles that he uses, and that's a lot of work. You make a 1-minute Instagram video and you edit it, and that's a lot of work.
Wait till he tells you he's got a smaller version that he travels with.
I don't.
Wait. To parts
unknown.
Yes. Oh, when I leave, podcast is going with me.
So you have a travel setup.
Oh, man, listen.
Come on.
I have a H4n audio recorder, but I might just break down and buy the H6 just because it's sexy. But H4n, look, my travel mic, I hit it right here. That's my travel mic. Travel mic right there. It's a XLR and a USB straight into an audio recorder, straight into the laptop. I'm podcasting, baby.
It's crazy.
Anyway,
it's the commitment that I love.
Absolutely.
It takes a lot, and it's a lot of work. Some people don't realize that if they don't make videos, whatever. It's a ton of work.
And you can tell he absolutely enjoys it. He loves doing what he's doing.
So damn good.
Well, I can tell you why that is. I'm a camera whore.
I don't want to say anything.
I love attention, and I'm not afraid to talk. I know how to talk to a camera. I know how to talk to people. I know how to be a good judge of character, and I know how to convey a message, idea, or instruction. I've been doing it my entire life. And this sexy baritone don't hurt either. But I like doing this not only for the attention, just because I'm giving something of value. Mm-hmm. Cooking is easy if you try. And if you pay attention, I don't care if you're barbecuing, smoking, and grilling, which are 3 completely different cooking techniques, all right? Or if you're sous vide, or if you're baking, broiling, whatever you're doing, pressure cooking, all you have to do is get down the 4 T's. Taste, temperature, texture, and time. You get those 4 T's down, you can cook a fucking wildebeest, man. You can cook anything, all right? Taste, temperature, texture, and time. Figure it out. Cook what you want to. And when worst comes to worst, the only thing that happens is it doesn't taste good. You're going to eat it anyway and season it better next time. Come on, man.
Yep. For sure.
I heard wildebeest is in season right now.
You might have to go try that out. You never know. So what was your thought process of starting the RBOP podcast?
I was in parts unknown, and this is going to sound totally crazy. I'm sitting after I did my 12-hour shift and everybody was good to go. I was laying in the bed and I was like, I really need to be able to promote Daddy Cooks, my YouTube channel. And I was like, well, no, that's doing good enough. I want to be able to say what I want to say. I can't say whatever I want. I mean, I can, but Daddy Cooks is about cooking. You don't want to alienate anybody. I travel a lot. I see a lot of stuff. I get happy, sad, angry, mad, and everybody needs an outlet. And I was talking to another friend of mine. It's like, dude, every time I talk to you, man, you're hilarious. You're funny. He said, you say stupid shit that's amazing and you don't even realize it. I was like, really? I was like, man, get the fuck out of here. Then he starts laughing at me, things like that. And the same thing with Johnny, man. He met me first day just off the cuff in a video. We just live talking. And I'm just throwing out some anecdotes, some nuggets of wisdom, straight fuckery, but it's funny. And I think that's the draw for the RBOP podcast. What that's about, if I may take a minute, the RBOP podcast is about people. It's just about people, how people treat each other, what you do to help, hurt, good, bad, indifferent, and your views on it or your experiences and my experiences, talking about what people do or don't do. So I'll come up with a subject, and it doesn't matter what walk of life you come from. You could be a YouTuber, you could be a cop, you could be a crackhead. I don't care. You have experiences on how people have treated people, and that's what RBOP's about. That's what that podcast is about. And, I'm a couple episodes in. I'm going to grow up and be big boys like you guys one day.
Attaboy, brother. Now, what does RBOP stand for?
RBOP stands for Riddick's Book of Philosophy. All right. Now, I'm going to tell you where that name came. I don't want to take too much time. Are we good?
You're good. Yeah, I know the story. Go ahead.
I'm gonna tell you where RBOB came from. I was a sergeant first class, United States Army, and we were in Fort Lewis, Washington. There's a place called LDAC, the Leadership Development and Assessment Camp. Okay, it's for all of the soon-to-be lieutenants in the Army that are going to commission that next year. They all go there to get assessed so they can be on the national OML, Order of Merit list. Who's going to get their branch? You know, if you want to be infantry, if you want to be transportation, if you want to be this, you want to be that. So they have to do well at this camp. So anyway, every summer I would have to go there as an NCOIC, non-commissioned officer in charge. I would go down there and I'd be responsible this one summer for a platoon's worth of lieutenants. They're almost lieutenants. You know, they were wearing the bars, but they haven't done shit yet. So I'm still a man. So I got 50 lieutenants and we're running orienteering. I'm trying to keep this short. So we're up in the morning at old dark 30. Hey, come on, you freaking knuckleheads, get yourselves on the bus. Make sure we got 100% accountability. And I just say stuff just like I do now. You know, somebody run up to the bus lady and say, hey, are you stupid as you want to be? Excuse me, Sergeant. Are you stupid as you want to be? No, I'm not stupid as you want to be. So you want to be more stupid? Get your ass on the bus. Things like that. You know, Sergeant, I can tell you why. Look, kill yourself, die over there. Stuff like that. And
Cutthroat.
One day I'm on the bus just talking about whatever, briefing them on what we're going to do. And I say something, and one of those young men had his head down. He was writing. I say, hero, what you got going on over there? And everybody's like, tell him, tell Sergeant Riddick, tell him. I was like, oh, what the fuck's going on? He said, well, Sergeant, he gets up and he has this notepad, one of them pretty good sized notepads. And he starts reading off my one-liners. Now, this kid's been with me for like 2 months now. We were there for the whole summer. He's reading off these one-liners. Shit, I forgot I said. It was hilarious. I'm biting my lip trying not to laugh at myself. And I said, what is that? He's like, Sergeant, this is Riddick's book of philosophy. I've been writing down the stuff you've been saying for the last 2 months. For the last 2 months. That kid's probably fucking rich right now. Anyway. So that's where I got RBOP from, Riddick's Book of Philosophy. And I was doing Facebook posts saying RBOP. And I was like, I'm doing a podcast. What's a good name? And it just stuck. That's where RBOP came from.
Perfect. Well, Phil.
Yes, sir.
Thank you so much for taking time out today to join us. I know you said you were going to get me. You were coming for me. And I came for you first. But brother, where can everybody find you? Facebook, YouTube, Instagram. All social media platforms.
Give us everything, Phil.
The table's yours.
On YouTube, all you have to do is look for Daddy Cooks. All right, just do a search for Daddy Cooks. You'll see this beautiful face, or you'll see my emblem. It's a yellow square with an ugly drum smoker little emblem, wearing a North Carolina hat with a big old smile. Nice. All right, so Daddy Cooks on YouTube. I do have a Facebook Daddy Cooks page. If you want to friend me there, that's cool. For RBOP, I have a YouTube RBOP, Riddick's Book of Philosophy, RBOP, on YouTube. That's the video podcast. And simultaneously, I have the RBOP regular podcast, which is, like I said earlier, it's on Apple Podcasts, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Buzzsprout, pretty much wherever you can find a podcast. So you can check that out. And yeah, that's about it.
Do we get his Instagram? You on IG as well?
Oh, my Instagram is daddy_cooks_YT, all lowercase. Beautiful. So daddy_cooks_YT, and YT is obviously for you too. And when I don't do a video and I'm just doing some random cooking, sometimes I will do a back-to-back spot on, keep people abreast of what I'm doing, short little shorts on Instagram from doing something.
Nice. Awesome. So like you said, Phil, thank you so much for taking some time out.
Thanks, Phil.
And I was glad we were able to do this. And with your permission, I'd like to steal one of your lines right now.
All yours.
I love you like cook food, baby.
Love you too, brother.
All right.
Thanks, Phil.
Thanks, guys. And, well, I told you.
Wow.
I told you.
What a great dude. Guest. Great
person. Great man. Great family man. Yep. Great family. Just all around awesome guy.
Great guy.
tells it how it is, which I like.
Yep.
And, telling it how it is, there's some comedy behind that.
Yeah.
So like I said, there was many Saturday nights into the wee hours that there was a lot of laughter coming from my kitchen.
Well, I just subscribed to the podcast.
Absolutely.
The best advertisement for it, Philip.
Yeah.
But
that was awesome.
What do you got going on the rest of the week?
Well, I meeting with a couple buddies tomorrow for some social distancing, a few beverages, maybe a rack of ribs. But that's about it, really, just laying low,
I'm closing tomorrow.
Oh, ooh.
Tomorrow morning, I'm
Congratulations.
closing. Oh, yeah,
the
baby.
new home, baby.
New home, gonna get the keys and let it all begin on that one, baby.
There's no one that knows the feeling better than the barbecue broker.
I'm psyched. I'm pumped. It's a long time coming, a lot of hard work, and, we got there. So,
Good for you, buddy.
The best part about it is...
Exciting right there.
My favorite part of the house?
Yeah.
For the first time in my life, I got a backyard. You know what I mean?
Fit all those smokers.
Oh, believe me.
You gotta fit the smokers.
I already measured.
I want to see a pavilion covered. No bullshitting around.
I gotta run up the street and get one of them drums. I need a NUDS to add to the collection because
free drum post on the New England Pitmaster
New Pitmaster's up
page.
Yeah.
Out in Rowley, the dude's giving away 55-gallon drums if you want to make these NUDS.
These NUDS. But yeah, that's it. But that's it for this week, folks. We'd like to thank you all for joining us. Catch the audio wherever you find podcasts. Catch the video on Facebook and YouTube. On YouTube, hit that subscribe button and the notification bell. You have all our catalog right there at your fingertips. On social media, find us at Facebook, YouTube, and Instagram at Pit Life BBQ. Mm-hmm. Also, you can find us at New England Pitmasters, NEP for short.
Yep, it's Facebook's /groups/ New England Pitmasters. Also, check us out on Instagram and at the BBQ Broker on Instagram. Just check me out and check out some of my cooks
and all that, and all the YouTube stuff. And we're still ironing a couple things out, so we're gonna get the whole list and tighten this down.
Yep.
But any questions and comments, please send them to pitlifebbqpodcast@gmail.com. And like always, please subscribe, like, rate, and review. Hit that share button. We love you all. And until next week, keep the smoke rolling.
Attention, cigar smokers, or even friends of a cigar smoker. If you're looking to relax with a nice premium cigar or looking for a great gift for a cigar smoker, this is the gift that keeps on giving. Our friends at twoguyscigars.com have created the Cigar of the Month Club. For just $24.99 per month, you or your friend will receive 4 different premium handmade cigars every month, and shipping and handling is included. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and go to the Cigar of the Month Club. You can stop anytime because there's no contract, but you won't because this is a tremendous deal for our listeners. Go to twoguyscigars.com. That's the number 2, guyscigars.com, and click the Cigar of the Month Club. At the same time, if you want to learn about the cigars you receive each month, you can smoke along with them on their own podcast called The Cigar Authority. Sit back, relax, and enjoy a nice premium cigar from our friends at twoguyscigars.com.
The views and opinions expressed by the hosts, guests, or callers of this program do not necessarily reflect the opinions of the Studio 21 Podcast Café, the United Podcast Network, its partners, or affiliates.